Well, hi there. I see that Annie's holding the camera. This must mean that I'm Roger. And this is What is Art? LV. Now, what I've got here is a collection that I started when I only wanted to buy these characters. I saw this. This is Bo.
Can I zoom in on it? I'm zooming.
This is Bulma from the Dragon Ball characters. I saw this in a discount store and I thought, I can own this piece of art for $3? I thought, wow, that's pretty special. So these are the first ones that I bought, these characters right here. This is Master Roshi, three-dimensional character. That's exactly what he looks like in the cartoon. Now this cartoon was written by Akira Toriyama. Now this is a guy who's about my age, and he started with a comic. And this is Dragon Ball, and as you can see, it's the same character, except for she has blue hair there. She has pink hair here. That's Bulma with her motorcycle. Very fashionable. Now one thing I wanted to show you is that this is where it all started, with a railing. She's down here.
Where? Oh.
And she's right here.
Who's
Now,
this guy?
That's Akira Toriyama as a bird, because he usually is a robot or a bird in his cartoons. And I just thought it'd be amazed on see what has happened. Now, this collection that you see all around here, I would say this is pretty much surrealism in 3D form. And yes, even a gallbladder. There's Godzilla. You know these guys. There's a poster I got. There's a Zaxxon back from the 80s. You know what an Apple II is. It's right here. It's from a really new movie, Harley Quinn. This is from Final Fantasy. But as you can see, these characters all have sort of a realistic, cartoonish character. Some of these, like these, are from video games. This one right here, that's from Cowboy Bebop. So once you start collecting these things, you just can't stop. And the funny part about it is I've always enjoyed this kind of art. Now there's a discussion if that's really art or not, or if it's sort of cartooning, you know, or illustrating. But as I see it, there's a lot of work here. Now, when I was painting cartoons, this is a cartoon, a filmation. And I used to paint them on the back.
My reflection. No, my reflection there. Okay.
And this is ones that I collected off of eBay. These are 3 cells sandwiched together. Let's see what they look like on the back. And this is from the Dr. Slump series, which is the first series Akira Toriyama did. And we have other paintings here. This one's by Gear Duran. You can see the theme is pretty much kept up. Super powerful, very specialized characters that do certain things in a flair. Now, what I was wondering is, people were wondering if you can make money doing art. Well, all I know is that I'm not the only person who collects all these things, and I used to sell them on eBay. So here I am making a quite a good living selling these toys that I bought on eBay, and I sold them back on eBay in different lots. These are the ones that I kept. Some of them are already gone. I have some that are broken toys. But the main point is that you can make money just drawing these things up. If you know how to draw or how to paint, There's a lot of work in the world on recreating these characters. Now, these characters came from a comic book. And then they went to a TV series. And then they went into my living room as 3D characters. And especially with the Dragon Ball characters, these are scenes right from the show. But we all loved them so much that they made them into 3D characters. And I just wanted to say that there's a lot of work out there if you know where to go. But don't be worried about that. The main thing is do what you really want to do. It's just that your talents are needed. Now, this is, what would you say? Would you say this is art, Annie?
Yes.
Well, isn't it in production? Didn't they stamp these out in some machine? When was it art?
But somebody had to come up with had to create it to begin with.
There had to be a thought, a drawing, right?
Yes.
There had to be something that came about. And then when they wanted to change it up to make it into a 3D character, then they needed someone who was an engineer who could figure out how to make that two-dimensional thing into a 3D character. And also give it lights. So there's a lot of work here. I mean, I painted cartoons for years. Now, they don't do that anymore, but they do it with a computer. So if you know the computer programming language or you know how to operate the computer, why couldn't you go to work for one of these companies? Go for it. Make your own cartoons. Make your own company. Because people, when they get attached to something, they want to have a tangible piece of it that they can have in their house. Well, see, I could never afford whatever it costs to create this character right here. This is Frieza from the Dragon Ball character. I can't imagine what an original of this would cost. But this cost probably less than $2. And that was retail. So what do you think, Annie?
I think it's art, and I realize that a lot of this stuff is done in Japan. But I think that there's plenty of opportunities. I see a lot of I guess they call it urban vinyl toys that are created by artists here in this country. And I know that there's a lot of fans out there that collect them. And I think that action figures and toys like these, I mean, they're beautifully done. And they're definitely designed and created by artists. There's no other explanation.
So that's it. This is one of our shows. Just wanted to let you know this is in my bedroom storage. And if you can believe it, a lot of this stuff is gone. If you look at my Flickr page, you'll see when I had all of the characters that I had in my house in Henderson. And it was a pretty amazing thing. So don't give up. There's a lot to do out there, and you're needed. What is art, Las Vegas?